Anything you grow in life is going to be grown through tension, whether it's a plant, whether it's your muscles, whether, your body would atrophy and die without a certain level of gravity on it. So getting comfortable with more and more tension, like a Richard Branson level, imagine how much tension that guy can handle on a day, right? He's trying to figure out how to fly an airline in space. He had a crash recently in the last few years where one of his pilots died. Imagine him having to call the family. He can call any world leader and get him on the phone and go have dinner with him. He can call the President of the United States. He can call the Queen of England. He's done this shit, and his level of tension that he gets off on it. If you read his life story, he gets off on it. If he didn't have it, he would be bored. It's a great story. I'm just going to jump into it because I haven't told it in a while. I love it. It's Richard Branson tells the story of the first Iraq war was breaking out, and they had a bunch of women and children stuck in the airport in Iraq, but no jets were allowed to go in and out. Everything was on lockdown. They were ready to go into, ready for war to start at any moment. And Richard Branson heard about this. So he had his airline, his jets from Virgin Atlantic, and he wanted to fly a jet in there, pick them up and fly out. So he said, how can I make this happen without getting shot down, flying into this shut down airspace? So he called the King of Jordan and then had that King of Jordan contact Saddam Hussein for him and ask him to get permission to fly his jet in there. And then he got a volunteer crew because he didn't want to force anybody to do it, right? He said, I don't want you to, nobody's required to do this. If you want to do it, I'll fly on the jet too. He got on the jet himself. And they literally flew in there, and they said literally right after they took off, within a short period of time, the war was actually when the war started. Imagine the amount of tension and management skills it would take to make that happen. Imagine getting on that jet to fly into a war zone, potential war zone. What would that feel like to you? But for him, that's life. If you read his life story, his life is filled with stuff like that. And that's why his life is so rich. He creates so much value in the world, he gets paid a cut.